So okay, sorry about that. I'm just seeing that message now. 1:35. Now I think that thing has passed now, right? So yeah, I'm close to the window. That's why. So, but I'm just seeing it now. All right. So as I was saying, um, so they're ready to take on each other. So as I think something happened, I can't remember. It's been a very long time. So, but that soundtrack was trending in that their campaign. So that once you hear it outside, so once you find them outside, you know that it's their product. I don't know if you remember this. We will rock it. So I think that was a kind of marketing campaign there. Even Royco, I don't know if you remember Royco. Royco had their own too then. Alright, if you're watching TV on NTA or AIT, you just see their adverts. And definitely, when you go out to buy something, when you go out to buy uh, something from the market, you will know that once you want to buy anything seasoning for your food, you just know that it's very cool. Your mother very cool, everybody very cool, right? So you can see if you remember in those kind of adverts, they apply storytelling. You see, when the child was coming back from school, tired and stressed out, he got to one point, almost close to the house. He started. He, I mean, she started. It was a young girl. She started perceiving the aroma of a nice food, right? And it drew her to their house, and lo and behold, it was her mother's kitchen. And they made us understand that it was very cool that made that possible, right? So now you can understand the importance of storytelling. So when creating a content, it's important for you to actually apply storytelling. So you give a story, you create a concept where so thing is happening, so that your audience could actively understand and participate in that um, marketing. So other forms, other characteristics, audience. So you should understand your audience. You know who, just like I said, your targeted audience. You should know who your audience is. Are you targeting the day-to-day humans, the day-to-day Nigerian, or seasonal consumers, or all these things? They are good characteristics for content, so you know what they're doing. So also in that content, you have to provide value, right? You can see in all these marketing campaign I've mentioned, Pepsi and Royco, you can see they provided value in their content. For Royco, the value that we got from it was that once we use that product, we our food, our meals is going to have a good aroma, and basically all the whole Nigerians bought it. Royco sold out in the whole of Nigeria. Talk more or less of Ajinomoto, right? Ajinomoto too sold, right? Then adaptability. So in creating your content, you should make sure that your viewers are able to adapt to the information you're passing on to them. You should make sure you pass the information you are giving to them. So and make sure they adapt to it, I mean to say. Alright? Let's give me some seconds. Yeah, so that's that about characteristics of content marketing. Um, okay, so before we go into video marketing, because video marketing is kind of long, um, do you have any questions? Do you have questions? Excuse me. Questions as regards all that I've just said about, talked about now.
Uh, sir, can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you, but you're supposed to use your chat section to send in your question. So kindly
Okay.
just use the chat section to send your question. But as your mic is open, just ask it.
Okay, sir, please, I want to know how adaptability is I like how adaptability is related to the content stuff because like it's one of the characteristics according to what you taught us. So I want to know, like, explain much more light on that adaptability.
Okay. Adaptability. Now, imagine you create a content and people are not able to adapt to that your content, right? They're not able to adapt to the information or uh, flow with it, right? Let me just find a layman word. They are not comfortable with it. They are not okay with it, right? So if you're creating the content, they have to be able to. You have to create that content in the sense that your your viewers, your potential viewers, could find an easy way to adapt to it. Just the way we adapted to Pepsi's marketing campaign. Almost we that were kids at that time, I think how many years ago? It's been a very I was in primary school then, right? So imagine how many of us adapted to the song We will rock it. Like if you go to the class, I remember if you go to the class, we were using our decks to hit the beat, to make the beats. Because with the kids we adapted to it, we liked the content, we liked the adverts, right? Even when we go to occasion, if they asked us what do you want to drink, I want to drink Pepsi. Because we had a flow with the product because of the marketing. Royco, the same thing. All right. I think there was even Ajino. No, it's not Ajinomoto. Onga. I don't know if most of you any of you here could remember uh, uh, Onga's advert. Mama helping hands. Like it was a good sound. It was a good music then, right? So all these things are the things you need to consider when creating those content so that your viewers could easily adapt to it, right? Hey, look at Walter is also saying about Milo. Bang, 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 Milo, right? Who remember the picnic? Uh, Kanu, one day I know say you will make us proud. Something like that. I don't know if you can remember. Any of you can remember. All right. Uh, I think even Milo, there was one advert that was uh, noodles, boom shaksha noodles, something like that. Many products have come with good marketing campaign, right? But those were the things that made those products gain grounds in Nigeria, right? Because when they're doing their marketing campaign, they created content that made the public recognize them as good products, right? Friendly. They also made our childhood then, right? So it's important for you to understand the current trend, put in features that your potential viewers are going to adapt, to it, right? Not just create the content just like that. They should be able to adapt easily. Okay, I hope you understand now properly. You can use the chat to indicate that you understand. So, any other question? You're So any other question from anyone as regards what we are learning? Okay, no question is incoming. So now let's go into the video for marketing purposes. I said it's a current trend, videos, right? So it has been the current trend even way before now. Video has been the current trend. So as it is, just okay because of good video marketing. That's why we're able to know about Pepsi, even Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, who is funding this training, this project, right? We know their products because of good marketing. You know, and one thing that also made them gain good awareness or have a public trust, customer brand trust with us, consumers, was when they introduced a strategic marketing method by using our popular artists. I think starting from Whiskey, all those people, they use them for their Coke studio. Like when we see them singing, like Coke, like oh my god, this is a good thing, right? Slowly, slowly. I don't know if Pepsi is actually working now because I haven't been seeing uh, adverts from Pepsi, right? I think there was one. I think was it Pepsi advert I saw yesterday when I was streaming music from YouTube Music, and there was one advert I saw. Ah, I think it was Pepsi, and the advert was for Champions League. I think it should be Pepsi if I'm not mistaken. So, but I barely see Pepsi advert, but the one I saw, like I think for the last 2 years, was still Whiskey, right? Whiskey that was doing advert for Pepsi. Even long time ago, I think Whiskey started from Whiskey did marketing for Pepsi, but I don't think he has done for Coke, has he? I can't wrap my brain around it, but that's one thing that they use. They now this strategy that they're using for marketing by using our popular faces. So, and that is that type of marketing is known as influencer marketing, right? So, because these popular stars they have influence, so now they use them to market their products, right? So, That's I love video. So video cut across. So it has been the basic form of marketing, and it's going to continue be and it's going to continue to be this the basic form of marketing. They have other types, infographs and the rest, right? They have infographs and the rest, but they are not compared to um, video marketing because look at all the whole product selling and everything and whatnot and what have you, right? It's been video selling out, right? Flyers too sell out, right? Flyers too sell, but even if it is a 5 seconds video, it's going to create awareness more. It's going to create engagement more than just your graphics or infographs like that. So you can use all those infographs and all those graphics and all those pictures and all those podcasts to do a follow up, right? That's what it's called, follow up. So you can use it to as follow up on those campaigns, right? So that is it. So now in this video market, you still recognize those processes of content development, right? That's why I said content is the mother, right? So in this video too, you have to still follow up the processes as I've already explained the processes. So I will explain it again, right? So now, as you can see on the screen, they have types of videos. So when creating all these videos, you should know the particular type of video you're creating for your audience. You will not just go and create any type of video. All right. So they have informative testimonials, demonstration, storytelling, live, educational, funny, BTS, event, advertisement, and so on and so forth. In all of them that is listed here, right? In all of them that is listed here, they still follow storytelling method. Don't miss the concept. In all of it that is listed here, they still follow storytelling method. All these people that is in this WhatsApp group that are saying that they cannot. I'll turn to them later. So they still follow storytelling method. So when you are creating a video for a particular purpose, so it's important for you to know the type that you're creating. So in creating all these videos, right, you have to make use of certain equipment for this video development. And one of the equipment that is widely generally owned by every Nigerian, if not all Nigerians, yeah, or who that is not in Nigeria, is the mobile phone, right? Your mobile phone, your mobile camera. You can use it to voice record, video record, and script write, name it, right? Even now, you cannot just only depend on your mobile phone mic. You can also attach a a chest mic to it as well, right? For better sound. So I believe most of you here will be creating video content for marketing with your phone. But those of you that could afford digital cameras, you can still do the same thing as well, right? So you can see on this slide, there's someone, I think, from this camera, from this content on the slide, you understand that she's creating a content about beauty. You look on the decks, you see makeup products, different type of foundation, right, and lip gloss, as you can see. Then you see her mic there and laptop screen and laptop, right? So from there, you could deduce that she's creating the content for beauty, right? She might be combining different types of video. She has to be informative about it. She has to advertise about it. She also have to demonstrate, right? And she also have to give some educational tips about it, give them tips on how to use stuff like that, right? So you can see that you can use more than one video type in creating your content. Is that understood? So in creating this content, use your mobile phone. Now, the thing is that you wouldn't just use any type of mobile phone, because if you remember from yesterday's teaching that we talked about marketing strategy processes, we talked about it should be visually appealing and it should have high quality, right? High quality is a necessity for your digital marketing campaign. High quality videos, right? Even if you're doing a graphics or infographic, it should be high quality, right? So in order for you to create high quality content videos, you need to use high quality cameras. For your phones, you could use iPhone, not just anyhow type of iPhone, but high quality iPhone. For Android users, it's important for you to use your Samsung or your Redmi. I think the latest Redmi now, Redmi Note 13, right? When you're using all this Samsung and Redmi, don't just go for the normal Pro or anything like that. Make sure that you're using the Note series. Note series have good camera composition. I think some of these Techno and Infinix products, I think they are beginning to release their Note series as well. So I believe their Note series too should carry high quality, right, for their video composition. So these are the things you need to check, you need to find or use or apply in your video composition. So also you can also use digital cameras as well, right? So now in this video marketing, you can't just say you create the video only and leave it there. So once you create the video, editing is important. So in order for you to edit, you can use various editing software. You use various editing softwares for your editing purposes. So editing softwares. So we're talking about editing. How many of you knows so CapCut is one of your video editing tool, right? That helps you put together different video clips into one clip, right? It helps you put together different multiple clips into one, with the aim of publication. There is no noise here, please. I don't know. You not hear the noise again, but I was not hearing any noise, but so I think maybe because of I'm using earpiece. Okay, give me some seconds. Let me see if I could work something. Okay, so as I was saying, in this video creation, you have to use video editing softwares, right? I was making mention of CapCut. So I don't know. Most of you most of you might have come across CapCut, but once the time comes, we'll be making use of it, right? So let me show you what the CapCut looks like. So I'll switch my screen sharing now. All right. Okay. So this is the CapCut editing software. This is how it looks like on PC, right? Once project, right? Save as a project. Breaking. Please, I want another person to confirm if it's actually breaking on his or her own side, so that we'll know if it's only Uzoma's network. Just the talk say noise. No. I'm talking about this. The noise. All the way to my and Mike be here. Listen, all these people students they go on. So just the Jen and trailer. Where Jen? Oh, they call me Karen. I think it should be better now. All this noise people are hearing, this place is quiet, right? So I don't. There's no Jen. The Jen. Clothes everywhere. Of you know. Well. Very noise. So now, as I clicked on new project, create new project, you can see it's opened. That's opened the working interface of CapCut for me, right? So you testify that those of you that are using CapCut on your phones, you testify that this is actually quite different from the interface on your phone. So when people are trying to, say they want to edit videos and stuff like that, I always tell them to use the PC version because to give them more flexibility and more user-friendly experience. So this is the editing software. So um, one thing I'd like to ask: how many of you have edited videos in the past, you've used CapCut to edit a video one way or the other. Okay. Okay. So it's good to see that some of you have user experience for CapCut per se. It's a good thing, right? So, um, that's right. So, because the class is not long, I will not be able to touch everything on editing because we have other things to other areas to attend to. So if you have not used it before, you're not familiar with the interface, I advise you to start using it now. Start familiarizing yourself with it now, right? Take your time. Take your time. Sit with your sit with your phone or your PC, and you know sit with your PC and do beyond the class, right? Okay. So that I've spoken about video editing. What do we have more to talk about here? Okay. So in talking about video now, when creating those videos, let's say you're creating the video with your mobile device, it is important for you to it's important for you to set it's important for you to set your camera to, although you can shoot on wide angle, right? Okay, let me let me share that slide so you see what I mean by wide angle. I think it's on that slide, right? On that camera slide. Okay, yes, it's there. So I'll show you. Okay, so here we are now. So if you look on this iPhone very well, you're going to see 0.5x, right? 0.5x is wide angle, right? You can see the camera is capturing both the staircase behind, the length of the chair. It also tried its best to, curve, make it like just try to contain most of the background inside the video, right? Then if you 1x is another is wide angle, but 2x is usually a close up shot, right? Just like the one you're seeing on this iPhone, this other iPhone, this one with green and color. This is known as a close-up shot, right? So when creating your video, you need to know the type of shot that you want, right? Is it a close-up shot or is it a wide-angle shot? So if you want a close-up shot, you need to set your camera to 2x, all right? That's two. Select two, right? Then if you want it wide angle, so you be able to carry more background, then that is when you set it at 0.5 or 1, depending on the type of your phone. So depending on the type of your phone, so that is the methods at which you take these shots. Mm. Joseph Emmanuel, what are you trying to point out? Identification of target audience. Sourcing of video inspiration. Are you trying to talk about the topics for this class, or you're trying to state bullet points? Okay, regardless, whatever one you're trying to identify. So, so that is how you shoot your videos. Any question on this video? People that I really know are asking questions. Sourcing of video inspiration. A video inspiration, your particular, for you to source it, you have to, based on your market research, at that point where you identify your competitors in the market. From your competitors' previous, you know, marketing content, or and from people who have gone ahead of you in the business, right? You look into the type of content that they have created, and you find how to get inspiration from it. Basically, staying very well on social platform and going through um, content that have been produced by brands and socialites and all those things, right? Then what you're able to see inspiration and concept from there. Now it's now your duty to sieve it out and see how you can merge it with your own concept or your own inspiration, right? It could be streamlined or focused for just your own brand, right? So video inspiration, it's something that you can just get from even from movies, right? Even from name them. There are plenty sources for video inspiration. What you're going to say could be one of the things that you have to find very well properly by yourself. All of them you're finding by yourself, but what I mean by that is that when it comes to the type your content that you want to be releasing weekly or daily, right? You want to roll out a content calendar, right? So this is where you now use the assistance of AI, right, to help you roll out content calendar for a particular period of time, right? From that content calendar, you now know how to source your inspiration and put your videos together so it goes in line with the title of the content on that calendar. So basically these are the loops or the things you need to put or consider when trying to roll out. Ideating is very important. Most of these people that are creating marketing concept or name them, most of them they barely, depend on inspiration from other videos. Some people go as far back as 90s, as far back as 90s to get inspiration from old videos, old marketing, old adverts. Like that is to tell you how far back they can go. All right, they go back and they get inspiration from those adverts, and they come to try to put it together for uh, their own latest campaign, right? So inspiration is what you can get from just beyond your normal horizon, right? So, as I also said during the ideating, you could also introduce the method of meditating, right? Meditating to read, because now it might seem as if the whole thing is easy. Looking at all I've been explaining since yesterday thereabout, you might think that basically all is kind of easy, right? Not until when you are tasked with the when you are issued the task to create content for a product. That is when you get Akagenisi. You put your hand in the head and say, "Whoa!" Right? When you are tasked to creating the content and editing it, then see how you can release it on social platforms. Do the necessary things there. That's where you see the whole work coming, right? So, regardless of it all, it's important for you to Identification of target audience. I talked about target audience when I was explaining. What was I explaining that time? When I was explaining, I talked about target audience when I was explaining characteristics of content marketing. Our target audience when I was talking about why digital marketing is important, right? So what I was still talking about it, I'll still explain it again. So target audience, identifying target audience. Identifying your target audience, you need to start from the type of product you're selling. You can't be selling baby diapers or baby food or baby uh, Nutriborn and the rest, and your target audience is the youth, right? The target audience can never be the youths, even if the youths are evolving to become parents one day. But at that moment in time, the target audience is not the youths. Or let's say you are marketing a product for adolescents, female adolescents for their menstrual cycle, and you're targeting the male youths or the male gender, right? So when it comes to target audience, it goes hand in hand with it goes hand in hand with your product type. It goes hand in hand with your product type. So your product type has to correlate. Your product type has to correlate with your audience. So that's the first step. In fact, that's the first and the final step, right? So your product, your type of product determines your type of audience. Like, let's take for instance now, you are the marketing manager in charge of a toothpaste company, right? Toothpaste is a daily consumption product, right? So your target audience is everybody from teenagers, right? From children of age, what age? That their teeth is already out, right? From that age to old parents. Those are your target audience, and it's a day, everyday consumption, right? So everybody needs a product. You know that your target audience is your day-to-day person, your day-to-day consumer. That's your target audience. So that's the basic principle, because I'm trying to wrap my head around other points for identifying your target audience, but that's the basic principle. Your product, your type of product, then how it relates to the users. So the users of that type of product is your target audience, right? So once you identify that, then you know how to integrate it. So you know the type of content you're creating. So once you're creating content for um, your baby food, your baby accessories, or your baby thing, you know you're creating products with young mothers, with their newborn babies. That is what your advert content is going to carry. You know, fine baby environment. So when you are releasing your advert campaign, you will not know how to, you know, re-engineer it, because once you release the campaign, it's going to correlate with your the SEO, the search engine, because most of you have noticed if you go to Google and you search for a particular thing, once you go to a particular social platform, they'll keep on releasing uh, content for you like that. One thing that is happening on Instagram now is once you like a type of content, what they do is they will roll out similar content for you. But once you lose interest on the watch time and the interaction time with those type of content, they will resurface another type. You know, that is the work of the algorithm, trying to understand the user and trying to bring out contents that are related to the consumer. So I hope you understand. Is that understood? Okay. All right. So any other question before we begin to finalize today's training? The task I gave you all to do yesterday, I didn't see the feedback. I instructed that you all should create a content explaining on the video explanation content of yesterday's class and upload it for me to view. But I've not seen any of you roll that content out. I've not seen any link posted. None of you have posted any link as regards that. So what was the problem? Okay. Oh yeah, that's one thing I realized. You can't share the TikTok link because it's private. Yes, I realized that. Um, so what is going to happen is mm, I need that video in a link because I don't want to litter the WhatsApp group with videos. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to upload the video to your drive, right? You upload the video to your drive, then you share the link of that your drive to the WhatsApp group, right? So that I'll be able to watch it. I don't want this one. It's the next content that you're going to post public on TikTok, right? So that is what it's gonna be. The light. I said you should make a summary of what I taught yesterday during yesterday's class in a video. So you record yourself making the summary. That's it. So once you make the summary, you just upload it on your Google Drive, not your TikTok anymore, right? On your Google Drive. Then you share, you know how to share your Google Drive link, like for that particular content. Then, so once I review it, then that's what I want. Get a video assignment. Did you listen to what you just typed? For you that you were not in class yesterday, I don't know how you could go about it. So I think I don't know how you could go about it for yourself. Okay. The video for the class, like I said, is going to come in next week, not this week. So for you that were not in class yesterday, you explain today's own. That's how you're going to do it. You explain today's own. So I'm supposed to give a tax today. Supposed to give a tax today. So haven't taught you about content and explained everything, right? So what I want you to do now is I want you to be a marketer, right? So now what you do is you record yourself talking about a product, you know. So you're advertising the product. So that's what you do. You record yourself, and in that thing you're recording, you're advertising a product. So that's a new task. So this one tomorrow, I think, yeah, something there about. So when we begin video editing tomorrow. So you create the video today. Tomorrow, once I show you the basics for video editing and your CapCut, then that's when you now add editing to the video and you will now upload it on TikTok, right? Upload it on TikTok and with the necessary information that I'll provide to you later tomorrow. Yeah, you can add stories. You can add storytelling as in the product, in the product advertisement content you are doing. You could add this your. That's why it's a marketing field. So this is what you're supposed to do. So you start today because it's too okay. So you submit because the submission is tomorrow after class. Some submission is going to be open until the some hours before class on Friday. So the earlier the better for you. I should put it that way. So and anybody's clear about the assignment. All these assignments that I'm asking you to do, I need my submission because all of them carries mark. So it's not tomorrow now you not say your mark in Ken Cab. That's that one stuff I don't understand. So make sure you carry out the tasks and the assignments. So please, I'm not clear on the assignment. Okay. Now it's because I talked about the mark. That's why you're coming with you're not clear. You will be clear in Jesus' name. Because I'm not going to explain again. If you want another explanation about the assignment, I've talked about it for how many minutes? It didn't show interest. It's now the moment I talked about mark. That's when you're showing interest to show how serious you are. If you're looking for proper explanation, you ask your fellow trainees. Don't ask me again. Ifeanyi, today's class is only you because you're not in classes today. For today's class, it's just you that you're explaining today's one. For those that were in class yesterday, they are going to explain yesterday's class. I think most of them have done it. The problem is the submission. That's why I said you should upload it on their Google Drive and share the link on the WhatsApp so that we'll see. Okay, now that you're disconnected, now there is how like is this an excuse? Because this is an online call now, so I'm seeing everybody that is here. I knew when numbers reduce and when numbers increase, so you can't tell me that you got disconnected or stuff like that. Oh, so and so it's not that I see you're not in class yesterday. It's not that you're opening up. All right. Okay. As far as I know, it was just Ifeanyi that was not in class yesterday. You that are saying now is because of I said only Ifeanyi should do it. That's why you're opening you're using your keypad to open your mouth to talk now. CKO. Those of you that were not in class yesterday, let me just generalize it now because I know some people will still keep quiet behind their keypads there and waiting for Okumon or to down hand see before they could open their mouth to talk. Can you imagine this? Can you imagine this human being called Chisom? See, you're just hearing what I said now. So all the things I've been saying in this class, they've not been hearing. Hmm. No wonder they say, how did they even put it? Itself? Hi, I've forgotten that adage. I did I remember that adage. Yeah. Just giving you now. Who is this one? Who is this Chima? Yeah, come on, delete that thing you just wrote now before I'll scrutinize it for you. Are you going to delete that thing? I know it's be hard for you to delete it. You along will go shame. Good for you. Because I talked about this character you just exhibited now. I talked about it yesterday before the class went far. So okay. Let me take my attendance now. Send in attendance. It's almost time. Send your attendance in the usual way, your name and your phone number. Before Nachisom will say she's not here, I mean he did not hear. Let me just see that Chisom send attendance. That's when I will know who and who. You did not hear the whole thing I've been saying in class, but it's when I reach time for penalty, that's when you're hearing. I know this attendance one now, this information for attendance now you hear. Yeah, send the link because some of you don't know how to do privacy and you don't know how to restrict people. Okay, don't send the link to the group again because people are there, right? Oh, that my DM will be full. Hi, send it to my DM. Hmm? Send send the Google link to my DM. Don't send it on the WhatsApp group again. Who is this Obinna Prince? He did not say anything inside this call since. It's when Odum. What do you want to? Okay, I think maybe it's a personal business. This one you contact. You are saying you you sent Odum a DM. This in your care. Oh, you are doing class. You are identifying people that are in class. Obinna Prince. Obinna DCK. Don't allow Deborah to rest. Oshe, well done. I'm looking for work. No problem. That's the steez now. If I have open your work, if I have already casted you. So we know what you're up to now. Can you imagine? Stephanie. So this is your first time in class and you're just coming in now when class have ended. All right. See you in class tomorrow. Today's class has finished, Stephanie. Right? Class time is 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. That's the time for the class. Uh, Chisom, go and look for good network reception. Stop saying the network was on and off. Oh, God help you. All right, you guys have a nice day, right? I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye for now.